What's going on, guys? We are back once again, and we are going to be doing another movie review today. I thought I did this on a channel, and I think I did, but to a certain degree, so I'm going to go in more detail about this, and I figure we are going to be talking about Batman versus Dracula, the animated movie. This was originally from the Batman series. Now, I would really stand by this film, and the only reason why I do is because, one, this, in my own opinion, was not only a very good film, it was also kind of dark. I will say that. You can watch this on HBO Max or you can own the DVD. So the entirety of this film is obviously centered around Dracula, where Batman is trying to chase after Joker slash Penguin, and Penguin comes across a tomb, awakening Dracula not on purpose, and then Dracula does kind of start to use him slash turn all the ones in Gotham to his mindless villains, even Joker as well. And Batman slowly starts trying to go from myth to legend to see what exactly is the actual human being to the supernatural phenomenon. And you can get to see where Batman has his first encounter with Dracula and just gets dominated, man. I mean, he gets annihilated by this this entity, this legend. And it's crazy because one of the first scenes I love so much is Dracula running away from Batman, but he's not running away, he's leading him somewhere to show him he's the apex predator in this film. And then Batman has to use his, not really his brawn, but his brain. This is why Batman is such a good strategic character, and why he's such a legend, is because he uses his brains and his science to try to figure out how to stop Dracula in this film by using the power of the sun to generate enough power to use it like the sun to where he could stop him. And we do see some funny instances from like the Joker or Penguin pretty much being the mindless saved Dracula, and we get to see where Joker becomes a vampire, which is pretty cool. And then Batman trying to save Vicky Vale, and then also, of course, trying to save the streets of Gotham. So he does go against it's a very straightforward story. There's two fights with Dracula. There is running away because Batman gets pretty much blackmailed into saying that, oh, he's the one that's kidnapping these people, when he's not. It's actually Dracula doing this, but no one is really believing this. And so it's kind of, you really don't know from like the audience perspective on how it's going to go to the very end of the film. And I kind of wish there was more villains in this film, so that way we could see what it would be like if they turn into vampires, like Bane, maybe Mr. Freeze, Riddler, Man-Bat even, something like that. I kind of wish we even had Robin and Batgirl in here. Maybe if it had been a little later, we could see them maybe helping Bruce try and like calm down the vampires while he's trying to handle Dracula. Because there's this one scene where I feel like he pulls like a blade, where he just opens up his cape and he just has these antidotes for vampirism, which is kind of crazy, because it's like, okay, as soon as they're turned and they feed on someone, you would think that they're not, but it is, because again, with whatever type of scientific phenomenon that he comes up with, is somehow able to save them from vampirism. So it's kind of weird, kind of cool at the same time. But I do think if they ever continue with this film, that would be more darker slash, I would say maybe more bloody, because again, it is DC. And also it's Batman, so I was kind of hoping at some point, if they do continue with the Batman versus Dracula at some point, whether it be in a live action or a reanimated movie or something of that nature, or reimagined, that would be first off a lot darker and something that would be more Batman-esque, I guess you'd say. Because again, I do like this film. I really do. I love the fights. I love the story. I love how they did the characters. And again, this is a kid's film. Again, guys, this was a kid's film, but they still made it dark, and I loved how they did that. And I loved how they used Batman's Again, him being a strategist to use against Dracula to win. He didn't use his brawn, he used his brain to win. And there's times he has to use his brawn to win. There's sometimes he has to use his brain to win. And this time it was the brain. And I think that there are certain scenes I love where he's just going up against so many vampires and just, turning them back into human. And then the very first scene where he goes up against Dracula, he can't win. And in the scene with Joker, him realizing that Joker has become a vampire. He's trying to do tests on Joker to see, okay, if I can turn him back to normal, then how can I turn all these other people back to normal? So it's a really interesting story. I firmly enjoy it. Hopefully you guys have seen the movie. If you haven't, definitely check it out. But either way, guys, let me know what your thoughts are about it down in the comments down below. If you guys are new to the channel, also consider subscribing, leave a big fat like on the video if you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you as always on the very next one.